Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cheerful Chamberlin content. I'm Abby Bishop, and boy do we have a great lineup for you today. Now that summer is officially here in Madison, many of us are enjoying some summer research, TAing for a new course, focusing on some briefly sidelined passions, or, if nothing else, just enjoying the season when Madison shines brightest. And in a few short weeks, we'll have a brand new cohort of bright-eyed first-year grad students to share it with. So, this episode is devoted to celebrating how we spend our time here in Madison and to welcoming the new students. So, let us begin by sending it over to Mr. Trevor Oxholm to start off the welcome. Trevor?
Thanks, Abby. So while we are continuing to care for our own physics children, our incoming students are eagerly preparing for the grad student life in the wonderful city of Madison and beginning the orientation process. We all want to give you our warmest possible welcome. Don't believe me? Let's see what our current students have to say.
Welcome.
Welcome first years! My favorite thing about Madison would be the walking and the bike paths, especially with friends or dogs. They're really fun.
Favorite thing about Madison? 2 words. Cheese curds.
I'd say my favorite restaurant in Madison would have to be either Taqueria Guadalajara, because I love their chili rellenos, or Aldo's Cafe, because they had really tasty lattes that were a nice pick-me-up after a test or something.
Now, favorite restaurant? That would have to be the National Mustard Museum. They don't have cheese curds, but trust me.
It would have to be Estación Inca. They will fill you up for the price, for a good price, and they know how to cook their chicken.
What advice would I give? Best friend your advisor. Get yourself some inside jokes, a secret handshake, whatever you need to do. Make it happen.
Get yourself a good study group.
My piece of advice for the first years would have to be talking to your family and your friends from back before when you started this PhD program, and also talking to people in your cohort and outside of your cohort. Because as you go through this first year and as you go through the entire grad program, those connections that you make with other students are so important. Not only to research and classes, but also to mental health and feeling like you belong. So I highly, highly recommend just reaching out and connecting with others.
My favorite thing about Madison is people and the culture, namely making the best of adverse situations. There is no denying that it gets cold here. But that doesn't stop Madisonians. You'll always see people around, changing out the bike tires for winter riding or having ice festivals. So all around just turning obstacles into opportunities. If you ask me, it's a crucial part in, maintaining a happy and fulfilling life. Man, that last guy was really onto something. Once again, we give you our sincerest welcome to our department, our city, and our home. And with that, we'll send it over to Joy, who's showcasing how we spend our time in the beautiful summer weather. Joy?
Thanks, Trevor. From mesmerizing sunrise to breathtaking sunset over Lake Mendota, Madison is the most beautiful in the summer. Let's see how members of our department have been enjoying this charming warm weather.
Some are chasing beautiful butterflies, examining cool bugs in flowers, sneaking blurred photos of turkeys, and then enjoying the delightful presence of our feathery neighbors around our home. Others are gardening fruits and vegetables in their backyard. A few of us are enjoying the summer by biking and hiking at Devil's Lake, while the more adventurous are windsurfing on lakes and climbing mountains. Some are discussing fluid turbulence on the lakeshore. Just kidding, they're just enjoying this gorgeous summertime. Others are boating on Sand Lake and canoe camping on the Wisconsin River. Beach lovers are visiting Riviera Beach of Lake Geneva, or Villasburg Beach in Madison, or even Bradford Beach in Milwaukee. Folks are enjoying picnic at Picnic Point, and then enjoying sunset after a long summer day.
There's more. We have an I Spy challenge going on for several weeks now. Each Friday, the participants are emailed clues to find publicly hidden landmarks throughout the UW area. Each landmark has a cutout picture of Bucky Badger on it, so the adventure is to find them and take a picture with them. Enjoying the summer doesn't just involve playing outdoors. It also means connecting with friends, celebrating shared hobbies, even while working remotely.
Slow motion. Whatever you do, just do a slow motion. Whatever you do, just do a slow motion. Whatever you do a slow motion, pick it up now, Millie. Slow motion for me. Rock, pick it up now, Millie. Slow motion for me. Rock, pick it up now, Kodak. Slow motion for me. Black, pick it up now, Kodak. Slow motion for me. Black, pick it up now, hit them. Slow motion for me. Folks, pick it up now, hit them. Slow motion for me. Folks, pick it up now, Smurda. Slow motion for me. Dance, pick it up now, Smurda. Slow motion for me. Dance, pick it up.
It goes now. What fun! You know what else is fun? Baking. Let's send it over to our cuisine correspondent, Juan, for a segment on making your own bread while having a little fun. Juan?
Merci, Joy! Today, I will show you a derivation of les baguettes from first principles, huh? Pour yourself a cup of wine. Now, we mix the ingredients in a large bowl. I know you are wondering, what is this wonderful flour? Well, wheat flour is made of the endosperm of the wheat, and it contains two proteins we love, gliadin and glutenin. And when mated in water, they become these long, stretchy molecules we know as le gluten. And then we come back to knead le dough. Here, I will use the slap and fold technique. It helps me to beat the stress out of the day while I give the bread a little bit of that je ne sais quoi. Okay, now you want to cut up the dough and pat it down with your fingers, then fold it up into a trifold wallet, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. Alton Brown told me to do it, so I fold it up like a trifold wallet. Now take a little rest, then we'll roll up the dough like a le capet, then roll it up a little more and put it in the couche. Wait a little bit before you bake. When the oven is hot, put the baguettes in there. Do not forget to score them first, and in 20 minutes you will have wonderful little baguettes, huh? Bon appétit!
Now that's what I call bread. Next we will turn to Justin to hear about some of our local neighborhood cats.
Thank you, Joy. As some of us start to explore our local neighborhoods a little bit more, we may be beginning to find that we have a few more neighbors than we had originally thought. Whether it's loafing on the front stoop or scurrying behind bushes, we might notice some friendly feline faces staring back at us. So we'd like to take this opportunity to check in on some of our less spoken to residents to see how they're doing.
So Minu, how are you doing these days? That bad, huh?
Now, if you're considering getting to know one of your local neighborhood cats, here are some tips and tricks for introducing yourself. First of all, don't be over-enthusiastic. Always let the kitty come to you. Offer your hand first to make sure you pass the sniff test before going in for a pet. And be aware that an open hand may appear a little bit more threatening to a cat than you intend. They may see it as claws out. That wraps it up for my tips on kitty camaraderie. Back to you, Joy.
Thanks, Justin. Great tips. Now we'll send it to Abby for an update on some current events. Abby?
Thank you, Joy. Here at Cheerful Chamberlin Content, we're dedicated to bringing good news to you. And to our team, some of the best news out there is seeing the world rise up to unite in support of the movement for Black lives. From New York to Los Angeles to Paris and even to Madison, we're seeing people unite to make the world a better place for our Black friends. Here in Madison, we have passionate organizations like Freedom Inc., Urban Triage, and the African American Council of Churches putting together fantastic events relating to this cause. And we have fantastic people like Dr. Sammy Shock supporting the movement both online and in person. Members of the Madison community have been creating gorgeous street art in support of the movement as well. The movement is thriving, and our fellow students are doing their best to join in. They've been showing up at protests, donating, emailing public service officials, and signing petitions. What we're trying to say is that we wholeheartedly support the movement and want to play a role in making the world a better place. For more information on the movement for Black lives, resources, and ways to get involved, click the link in the description down below. Thank you to all our viewers and to those of you who submitted pictures and videos to us. That wraps up this episode. So, everyone, I'm Abby Bishop here with the team of Cheerful Chamberlin content.
Bringing all your good news to leading order. Welcome first years!
Okay. I think I'm more in a mental state to make this happen. Go ahead, Abby.
Poor Liam.
Oh.
Just double beast. That's fine, it's just water. It's fine. Alright, we're recording.
I love you guys. That's great. That's wonderful. This is just beautiful.